You know what I think is hilarious? They redesigned the covers and they made it worse. So there's that. Hi, and welcome to Book Talk with Leni, because I talk about books and I'm Leni. As you can see in the title, we're doing what is probably my favorite thing to do on this channel. We're ranking romance book covers. I chose this genre because almost all of romance covers are terrible. It's always a hit or miss, and it's mainly a miss. So, if you're new here, hi. I'm giving myself the okay to judge book covers because I'm a graphic designer. I'm in college. I am in my junior year, coming into my senior year in summer, majoring in graphic design. I'm a student, being a graphic designer. I'm a reader. I read a lot. So I know what we want and I know how to do it. So I'm saying I can judge it. I'm going to use the same template as I've been using in the past few videos, and I'm going to explain because I've incorporated some jokes of the graphic design community. I got my laptop and I got the template. So if you're wondering why sometimes I'm looking down here, I have a separate tab open with the covers so I can actually go into detail of judging them, because that's what we do here. We judge books. That's what I do. I also judge people, but that's besides the point. Here's the template. Like I said, it's always the same one as I've previously used. Number one is you understood the assignment. Perfect. You know what you did. You know you're good at doing it. We love it. 5 out of 5. Bravo. Number 4, you get to judge every design you come by. Great. So in the graphic design community, we have what we call the graphic design illness. Like every design we see, if it is a menu, if it is a milk carton, if it is a book cover, we judge it because we can. And this person who's in this category gets to do that because I said so. Number 3, Canva template. But it's mid. It's not good. It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's definitely mid. That's what that is. Number 2, hashtag graphic design is my passion. It's a no. That's all. And then the last one, Comic Sans font flop. It's not good. Don't do it again. You should probably go back to school. Let's go to class together so I can teach you some stuff. I picked out 20 covers. You can see them below. I picked some popular book talk books, like always. It's not against the book. It's not against the author. It's not against the designer. It's simply against the cover. It's also just my opinion. My opinion is usually right. So if you like this book, good for you. Your taste in book covers is not great. I'm kidding. We have some good ones in here. Let's go. The first book is Consider Me by Becca Mack. Now, this has been one of my new favorite books, okay? Love that book. Love Carter. Love Ollie. Love the series. I'm currently reading book number 3. Though we need to have a chat about the cover. There are 2 covers. Both of them are not great. This is the better version of them. So, where should we start? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, what is this font? Font is clashing with the font of the author. It is a huge, weird... It's clashing because Becca Mack, the author's name, is really like strong, and it's placed in white. So it very much takes away from the title, because the title is kind of morphing into the background. As you can see, there is a lot of blue and pink and purple going on. I personally think it's not a great choice to choose a color so similar to the background. It's almost a little bit too dark. It's not terrible. The font choice is, though, because I thought we were over this, not gonna lie. And also, it's just, the placement is very weird, and I get that this is playing in Canada and stuff. No idea what's going on in Canada, by the way. Sorry to my Canadians out there. But overall, it's just very simple, but not in a good way. There's just like this huge gap between the title and the author's name. A weird composition, and on top, like, the quote and the mention of the book is just kind of annoying, but overall, Canva template, it could be worse. It could definitely be better. Let's start simple. Okay. The next book is A Not So Me Cute by Megan Quinn. I'm gathering my thoughts. It's not great. It's not good. Easy as that. But let's take it apart. Okay, so we have I'm mad. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, so we have a typo choice. Wasn't a great choice. Also, the author's name. The author's name is way too thin. You can't even see it. You can't see it. It was a terrible choice to place it above the person, which, by the way, person on covers, terrible choice in general, but we're talking about this cover. Oh my god, I'm making the same pose. What I was gonna say is Megan Quinn, like the name, is so thin that you can barely read it, and that's not great because you want to see the author's name, obviously. So that's the first issue. Like the colors, like maybe you should have just added the like at the top or something. And it's also like basically covering the guy on the picture. I think personally this cover would have been great if you would take away the guy. Travel response. Because that would have been a cool alternative cover and not give too much away, because I think the elements that you have with the hearts and the angels would have been cool if like the typo, like the title of the book, would have taken over the entire cover. You know what I mean? That would have been cool, but I feel like the worlds are clashing with really thin typo with a bold, playful cover with some illustrated elements and then a real picture. It's clashing. It's too much, and it's just a weird composition. It does have this stillness inside of it, which I like, but it just doesn't really make sense, especially with the drop shadow that they added. I don't know if that was from the picture, but it's just too much. To be honest, I'm giving it graphic design as my passion because it looks like something just like that. The next book is Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. Now, I read that book, I liked that book, but the one thing that I couldn't miss on this stupid cover, the proportions. If you look, the two people kissing doesn't make sense. Can you see that? The faces don't really align. Like, she's looking at him and he's twisted, but it doesn't make sense because how would her leg fit around him and still be the same length? You know what I mean? Because she's basically, okay, that looks really bad, but if you take, this is his body is slightly twisted, like slightly turned, but her legs are like this, so it wouldn't match up, if you know what I mean. So the proportions are really bad in this one. So her face is basically inside of his face. Like if you look at the face, it's just like this. So the proportions are terrible. I like the art style. Overall, the art style is great. I like the artist. I don't know who the artist is. Typo choice was something. If it was a good one, is a debate that we can have, but we're not gonna. I think the placement of the title is a good choice, but it's really like, there's like this huge gap above behind. That's a weird sentence. That is just like empty. And I feel like the Stephanie Archer, like I think Vancouver's Storm series could have been placed up there. You know what I mean? Because it's very smushed at the bottom and there's like this huge air up there. So I feel like you could have like played a little bit better with the placement. But I think overall it's fine. So I'm gonna put it in Canva template. Okay, next one is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh.
A few moments later.
You know what I think is hilarious? They redesigned the covers and they made it worse.
How?
So there's that. There's a lot that is going on and none of it is good. It's just, why is her name so big? Like, girl, humble yourself. I get the point of like the paper, like the ripped paper is making the broken heart. Okay, but why are there some placements that the entire thing typo makes not a lot of sense, because sometimes it's behind, sometimes it's in front, sometimes it's just plain there, sometimes it has a shadow, sometimes it doesn't, and then the shadow doesn't make sense at all because the lighting on the gold heart, like I'm guessing this like foil, is from here. On binding, it's from here, so it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Why is Walsh so big? I feel like That's not necessary. And I feel like the little typo of Boys of Tommen is just, you can barely see it. Like, if you're adding it, add it. You know what I mean? It's like, it could have been there, but it's not, but it kind of is, but it should be, but it's not really. Just put it there or don't. You know what I mean? Choose. Yeah, there's just so much going on, so I'm just gonna put it in graphic design as my passion. Emily Henry, book lovers. Now, every Emily Henry book looks exactly the same. That's not necessarily a good thing. It's not. They just don't make any sense to me. I get that she has like a theme going on with the colors. Why? I don't know. I just feel like the separate text, like one summer, two rivals, a plot twist they didn't see coming. Why is the spacing between the lines so wide? Like, girl, there is like so much space. Like, that's not necessary. I feel like if that is like, wait, it's like forced to fill a space, you know? Because if you take it away, it's just blue. So it's like kind of empty. I get that. But it's so big, it looks forced. It's like just also a lot going on. I'm gonna put it in Canva template. Okay, next book. I have 2 books of Ali Hazelwood, so Bride is the first one. Again, Ali Hazelwood has a very distinct style of her books, and I do like the art style. I do like the artist style. Personally, I don't think it works for a book cover. That's my opinion. I think it would look great as fan art, if you know what I mean. It doesn't work as a cover. It's too much. It doesn't look serious. It's just so much is going on. I don't know what I'm supposed to look at. And the separate text, like the mention, I'm guessing, it's huge. Like, wasn't, like, okay, it was from the New York Times. I guess that's like kind of important. I get it, but it's just, the entire thing is like up here and then down here. You could have done this way better, and I don't understand why the wolf is on top of her. Like, it would have looked kind of cool if the wolf would come around her. Like, if that's her, it would go around her instead of like here. It's just kind of awkward, the placement. So, I don't know. So I'm gonna put it in Canva template mid. Okay, next one. King of Warth, Anna Huang. This book is giving, let's not tell other people what you're reading because it's dirty. It looks so expensive. The closer you look at it, the more things come to life. You know what I mean? It's like, there's like the little elements, the little details, and suddenly there's like a city, and then there's like lines, and then there is a dragon and things, and then there's this huge crown with King of Sins book 1, which I get, that's fine, but you know what I mean? There's like, the more you look at it, the more things appear, and it's just like, less is more, you know? In my opinion, there's like 3 things that could have been taken away. I get it, never read the book, maybe it's like part of the story, but you get it. It's also like, try to like add as much things as we could, and then we were running out of space, so we were taking the King of Warth, and the ring is almost like, it's way too close, man. Like, open it up. Like, there's like a lot of space up there, but there could have been like a lot of room. Maybe if there's just like King of Warth would have been a little bit smaller, like move it a little bit on top, a little bit of air. It's like very, very smushed. Very, very smushed. And there's just a lot of detail that is very unnecessary because it just seems like, oh, that would have been cool, let's do it.
No.
So this is definitely giving Canva, no, graphic design is my passion. Sorry. Okay, Tessa Bailey, Fangirl Down. What the fuck? What? Wait,
That you had.
It's a novel, by the way. Did you notice? Girl, why? What is it with romance authors that they think the more they add, the better? It's not, babe. It's not. Okay, let's take it apart. So, we have an illustration. Illustration looks great. Illustration gets covered by a typo, and then another typo, which, by the way, is a different typo from the author's name. And we have another typo down there, which terrible choice. If you have a quote, never do it in a calligraphy. You can't fucking read it. Don't do it. And then we have another typo for Entertainment Weekly. And then we have a lot of colors going on. Wow. There's so much room, but you just wanted to add everything in one place. Like, I want that in the middle, but also this. So let's just put it all on top. It's giving graphic design is my passion. I'll always be with you, Monica Murphy. You know what's funny? All the shoes are the same. It's a pattern. It's not, why not choose one? It's literally the same shoe in a different color or different position, but you can see it from like the lace. Typo, which very weird. Why is it like everything is in caps, but then U is in small letters? Monica Murphy is in a huge, bold, strict typo, which, okay, I get. A Lanchester prep novel, you can barely read that. There's so much going on. It's so loud. Like, pipe down. It's giving graphic design is my passion. I'm sorry. It's like the one thing I don't think we're gonna get up there. Another Ali Hazelwood book, Love on the Brain. Now. Why? Why, I ask? Why is there text above her leg? Why is there a novel just floating around? Why is brain in a different typo than love on the?
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
It's giving poster. If you know what I mean. It's giving a poster, but seriously, why copy text like plastered on her leg? You can barely read it. And then a novel looks really awkward. Why is brain in a different type? It makes zero sense. This is giving graphic design as my passion. Jesus Christ. Okay, we have My Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington and L.G. Shen. You know what? This is giving, what else can we add? It's giving, I can't decide. So let's just do all of it and go with it. This is not doing what you want it to do. Actually, it's doing the complete opposite. Jesus. So we have My Dark Romeo in neon pink. It works, I guess. We have He's in brown, which you can barely read. That's why I keep calling this book My Dark Romeo, even though the book is He's My Dark Romeo. Why? Why are you doing that? But this isn't a love story. Yeah, clearly. It's a tragedy. Why is the author's name in white? No, there's no white. Nowhere. Nowhere is white. Just put it in brown or in neon. No, don't do neon. Why do you need, like, neon was a choice. There's just a lot going on. Oh my god, it's giving those Pixar, like, Canva, like, these templates that I used to do back in, like, middle school for, like, fucking Tumblr or something. Yeah, don't do that. The second cover isn't even bad. Like, the second book is even worse. Because it's losing the, like, apothecary vibe of brown. Because now it's just giving unicorn. Yeah. God, this is giving Comic Sans font. It's not. Jesus, don't do that. Don't do it. We have Mile High by Liz Tomford. One of my favorite reads of this year. Love the book, hate the cover. Like, what is going on? Okay. First of all, I think there was like a great room to play with Mile High being as the pollution of the plane, if you know what I mean. Like the white thing that comes out of the plane. A brush stroke. Why is it a brush stroke? Never. It doesn't fit. The city makes sense. Like, overall, the cover is fine, actually. It's just the little details that don't make sense. And I don't understand. Like, overall, it's fine. There's not a lot. It's just not very good. So, it's giving... Graphic design is my passion. Okay. My Fault by Mercedes Ron. Ugh. This cover is as bad as its inside, you know? The entire series looks like shit. The entire series is shit, so matches. Jesus Christ. I've read this book. There's no way somebody approved this. Like, what the fuck's going on? There's like a palm tree. There's some clouds. There's like even more palm tree. And then there's like a weird effect going on with the no. More than no, it's flop. It's a Comic Sans flop. I can't. It makes me angry. Better than the movies. Why is it so obnoxiously loud? Calm the fuck down. Pipe down. Is so loud. Oh my god. And why is Lynn Painter in orange? Like, I get it with the hair color and shit. Makes no sense. Just keep it in the No, don't keep it in the family. That's wrong. Why not do, like, there's a lot of black going on, so why not add black into it? And they made a different color, like, with the opposite effect. It's still obnoxiously loud. It's very, very loud. All her covers are loud. At least she, like, kind of used the same typo font. I guess that's fine. There's, like, the little extra text that's really smushed in there, so that's something. So it's giving Canva template, really. L. Kennedy, The Deal. This is the newer cover. The old ones are something I could do a video on its own. It's bad. I don't understand what it is with romance covers not adding faces. Don't get it. Why are we doing this? Don't do it. It looks really weird. I don't like it overall, but I hate the little faded gradient, which, like, the international bestseller. Hate it. It doesn't, like, never is something like that coming up, you know what I mean? Could have just, like, added it in normal typo, like normal text added into there. Maybe even in red, like the orangey red that they're using for the details, like the goal and the deal. The title is kind of bothering me because I get it. There's like this stamp-like detail. There's like the off-campus series. I like that detail actually, but it kind of feels like it has like the title is kind of playing around the stamp. You know what I mean? It should never be playing around. It should be playing with. And it kind of looks just smushed in there. And also like up there, there's like so much room on the bottom. And there's like, it's really heavy at the top. So giving graphic design is my passion. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I like that book. Hate the cover. What is going on? I get the daisies. Don't worry. I get the daisies. I don't understand overall why and how. I do know how, but I don't understand why. Why would you choose that? It's just like, I get in all books together look very good. Together. Separate, they don't look very good. It was like, why is it so much at the top? Like, it's like right cutting off. There's like a huge gap between the words. And then Lucy's score looks completely off. And why not add, he's absolutely not falling for the good girl. Spoiler alert, he is. Could have used the yellow a little bit more in this cover. So we're giving it Canva template mid. When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I like that book. Love that book. It's so cute. Hate the cover. Oh my god. I do not like the art style. That is a personal choice, not against the artist. It's a personal choice because I don't like this type of art style because there's no definition, there is no depth. There's just like this pinkish tone that kind of annoys me. And the orange, it's just kind of, and the blue, it's very, very clashing. I think the orange and the pink work, but the blue and the orange and the pink doesn't really work. It's overall like kind of messy, I guess. And then When in Rome is fine. It's just giving Canva template, my bad. So Wild Love by Elsie Silver. We have 2 books by Elsie Silver, and not gonna lie, I didn't think we were gonna do this today, but I love this cover. I love the cover. It's giving like retro. It's not really retro, but you get what I mean. It's giving 80s and 70s, something like that, with the polka dots and the one color theme. I really like it, but there's a lot that goes on, and I feel like Wild Love is it's kind of awkward placement. I like the overall because I like it as a personal taste, you know? But there's still a lot going on, but I still like it. So you get to judge every book, every design you come by. Great. And the next Elsie Silver book that we're judging is Flawless. is the first book in Chestnut Spring series. Now, I actually do like these covers. They're kind of messy, but in a good way. This is what I mean with less is more. There's like a lot going on. Overall, you wouldn't think it would fit, but it does. It's really like a good harmony going on in these books. And you see like how the text, like the added text is playing with it and not around it. It's really good proportions. I really like it. I feel like the Flawless is a little bit too big. Like Elsie Silver is a little bit too big, but it works. So whoever is doing Elsie Silver's covers, she's doing a great job because she gets to judge every book that she comes by. And then the last book that we have is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. It's not terrible. It's not very good. I like the design, I like the illustrations, but why is the name in black? Why is the added text in black? Why is Icebreaker in this stupid like calligraphy? Why did you choose that calligraphy? Yeah, it's giving mid. Canva template mid. Wow. So this is the finished result. Wow, I did not think. Like, I'm the one who chooses these covers, right? I did not think I'm gonna be this serious today. We did not get anyone into You Understood the Assignment Perfect. Maybe I should have chosen more books, but whatever. If you want to see me do this again, I love doing these videos. If you want to see me doing a other series, another genre, if I want to do a specific book, language. I've done German, so let me know. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, follow. If not, that's cool. We're chill. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one.